What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Royal Rumble. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. This is a special edition of This Week in Wrestling with the Olive Garden boys over at THS Wrestling. Hope everybody once again had a very good weekend and a good end to January. Holy moly, you got to be kidding me. Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling, YouTube.com/that hashtag show TV, and Twitch.tv/that hashtag show. My name is John, and for the time being, I am joined by Neeson. Neeson, hello. I say that because Johnny drew a late number, so we got to wait for the countdown. So he'll come in after the 10-second countdown. It could be 90 seconds. It could be maybe 35. Who knows? You know, it's all over the place.
Surprise entrance.
There you go. Neeson, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. What a rumble! What a rumble we had. The first rumble in the Thunderdome. Felt weird, but it felt also like they didn't pull punches when they came to the winners, which I thought they would go with whoever they wanted to because they could just type in the cheers.
Yep.
But they didn't. Kudos to them for not doing that.
They did not do that. Everybody in the chat, welcome. We want to know what you guys thought of the show on a grade from A to F. Let us know. And if you were surprised by either Rumble winner, I think a lot of us, that was a good way to end a pay-per-view. That's for sure. William, what's up? William already says he hopes that, I think we both clicked it at the same time. Hope Edge goes for spear versus spear, huh?
Yeah, but, well, I don't know about you guys, but going off of the Rumble, he said, and I quote Michael Cole, he has a choice of Balor at NXT.
Oh, he said that.
Or Roman Reigns.
I didn't hear that. I was too shocked at what I had just seen.
That's why I was like, Balor in our group chat. I put like, Balor, what? Like I was like setting up for the show. My head just turned to the screen like, oh wow, they really said that.
Which is nice because sometimes it doesn't feel like NXT really matters, you know. So that's kind of cool. So we got some A's, some B's. Neeson, what did you overall think of this show?
Let's see. I think and I don't do maybe due to COVID, whatever. I just think the Rumble it has so many high expectations, which you guys know, that I was done reading dirt sheets and I just wanted to be surprised who was gonna be there.
Yeah.
And I had my theories and etc. But it's the one pay-per-view where fans, smart marks and casual fans alike, get so hyped and book their own theories.
Oh, yeah.
They just get let down every single year. And so, with that said, I didn't feel like it was any real surprises. But I did feel like the right people won the Royal Rumble. Plus, Roman and KO's match was fucking fantastic.
Absolutely
Plus,
amazing.
The Louis Vuitton boss, Sasha LV Banks, with an amazing ring gear. How can you not go against that? So with all that said, I got to give it a solid 90%. So solid A.
A solid A?
Yes. Yeah.
I think, let's see here. Wow. We really only had technically 2, 4, 5 matches. That's pretty crazy now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it was a long night.
I mean, I think for me, the Goldberg Drew match didn't really do anything for me at all. Just also such like a weird way to kind of shoehorn Goldberg into a storyline. Like, seems very weird considering Drew McIntyre seems to be one of the more, guys who respects everybody in the locker room. It just felt like old man yells at cloud. Sasha Carmella, very good. I don't know if it was as good as their match from, what was that, TLC?
TLC. It wasn't.
And I liked both Royal Rumbles. They were a little. I don't think we really got the huge surprise, but
5,
4, 3, 2,
2,
1. And, oh my God. It's Edge. No.
Do you have sound? No,
Nope.
you don't.
No, you do not.
Oh, there it is. There it is. My bad.
There he is.
I said, I came to play. Shout out to Miss.
Oh my God. And unfortunately, I mean, 90 seconds, we said 90 seconds between countdowns, but we've already got another entrant into the Royal Rumble. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Jimmy. Oh, it's the Hurricane. The Hurricane's here.
The Hurricane Jimmy.
Jimmy, man, what's going on?
Not much. Like, what a stellar Rumble, in my opinion. And I called it.
Yeah, look at you. I can't confirm he was wearing that shirt before Rumble started.
This is
so. We were going over grades. I think I was about to say B plus for me. Johnny, what would you give this A to F?
Probably a B. Like, I think that's about the right. Because again, it wasn't like stellar. Like, it wasn't like this thing's like, oh, this is going to go down in history, and I'm always remember this. But there were a lot of things that I liked about it, especially like the women's match a lot. Like, I know some people were disappointed by it; they found it boring. But legit, some funny, hilarious moments happened for me, and we're going to get to that. I like there. And then the individual matches, like Roman versus KO, fucking shit. Like, I knew what was going to deliver, but gosh damn, the creativity those two came up with was dope. The ending, we'll talk about that. But all in all, like, yeah, I give it a B. It was like some solid matches and like nothing really disappointed.
Jimmy, what are you thinking?
I'm going to give it a B plus, and I'll be honest, like, it kind of gets the pandemic curve, because had this been a Rumble in front of the crowd, I feel like we would have been more amped for it, especially with moments like Christian coming into the Rumble and whatnot, and a lot of the other matches. I feel like the crowd would have been a lot more into it, which would have made us raise the grade. So I'm going to give it a B plus. I think if there were a crowd, it would have been a solid A.
All right, sounds good. I had to ditch the hat. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm having technical difficulties with a hat.
But the shirt is dope. The shirt is fire. Props on the shirt.
Thank you. All right, so shall we just go individually? I know Neeson and I kind of sort of not really watched the women's tag team match.
Guys, let's be honest with them. We were playing Call of Duty while the pre-show was on, and we all had it on the side, but we were focused on getting our kills up. So
getting those dubs. Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what
did either of you watch this match?
I never watched the pre-show.
Fair enough. Jimmy, any thoughts?
I mean, I watched it. I feel like it was a solid Raw match. They literally could have done this match on Raw. For the outcome of what happened, I feel like everyone saw that coming. Everyone saw like the interference with Lacey and everything. So I don't even feel like we need to, go into deep detail about it. It was basically what happened was expected, and great. Another team of two single stars has the tag title instead of the Iconics. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
Well, I mean, we'll see who ends up getting the title shot. It'll just be another team of two individuals who are not used to teaming, but I guess beggars can't be choosers at this point, at least.
I mean, if I was going to choose, I would have loved Billy and Jilly, but that's not going to happen.
Billy and Jilly.
We're going to get there.
We'll get to that in a minute, but we opened the show with what I thought was going to be we were going to open with disappointment, but thank God we didn't. Drew McIntyre defeats Goldberg for the WWE Championship in on Wikipedia. It says 2.5 minutes. I believe that is a little generous. I think bell to bell it was 144. Maybe with the shenanigans before the bell, it's 2:30. But I mean,
hey, Pingle, what did I say the over/under was on that match as a total?
I think you said 4, right?
And I took the under, and
yes.
I would have won either way.
Yes, you would have. Absolutely. I mean, does anyone have anything to say about this match besides Goldberg almost fucking up the jackhammer and killing another wrestler or trying to?
Well, you're not going to mention Gold or Schwartzberg. You're not going to mention Schwartzberg.
Schwartzberg.
We're not Schwartzberg.
Old William was headed down to the shore after his match, so he just put on his board shorts. He put on his board shorts. Oh, do you think that was a subtle jab at Riddle?
Oh
no, because he was wearing shorts and he wasn't wearing bikers. I feel like if he was wearing bikers, which he normally wears, and he put him in pinstripes, then it would have been a whole thing. But I feel he was like Goldberg's like, this is a one-off. I'm not going to get new tights made. I'm just going to have my logo on shorts and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about anything that happened in this match. It was just even like the whole angle of like him not respecting or claiming he doesn't like have respect is just very like a weird ass storyline to come from like a face. It just seems very weird.
It was very forced, and not only that, but I just thought it was hilarious. Like even before Drew got to the ring, it felt like they needed that promo video before Drew's entrance because it seemed like Goldberg was already blown up from his own entrance.
Yes.
And then it was even more obvious by the time the match, even like in the middle of the match, but even by the time the match ended, he's down on one knee doing the Tebow, and he's like, I can't even be my like strong guy gimmick right now because I'm just so winded.
Yeah.
Like he was more winded in his entrance than he was with the Ultimate Warrior doing his run around the entrance, around the ring, back to the entrance, and back again, and then wrestle a match.
Yeah, let's just move on from this match. There's nothing else to talk about.
All right. We're forever holding our peace on that. And now we are getting to Carmella challenging for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Roll the Clip.
For the boss, the blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the queen of the cell, the draw, the DDT, and Boba Fett Mandalorian, Sasha Banks.
Sasha retains her title in a pretty decent match. We all know what I said about Carmella the last show, so I don't think this match was as good, but I think they're gelling a lot more. I think it just feels like that to me. Reginald, I like his involvement, but it feels like they're like really forcing it forward when that should not be. We should be concentrating on Carmella and Sasha, but I mean, I get it. If he goes to 205, that is, but I need that as a gift. We all need that as a gift in a ringtone, that's for sure. Neeson, what'd you think?
I thought the winner was Sasha's outfit. That Louis Vuitton gear was one hell of a pick. And it just was crazy because it was Carmella's the one that should be rocking the Louis Vuitton because that's like her gimmick. But no. Sasha, the boss, the blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the queen of the cell, the draw, the Louis Vuitton boss, Sasha F. Banks. Wins again, as she should, and to set up what we've all, and I know me for sure, for the last year, been screaming this. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. And oh boy, are we going to see heel Sasha dig her heels into Bianca to make Bianca a star. I love it. I can't wait. I'm excited. That was the best part for me, knowing that Sasha was going to for sure go to face against Bianca. That's why I have my great
Absolutely. Johnny, what'd you think of the match? And I'd love to hear comments on Carmella's dive as well.
Be honest, like for me, like the main thing I was focused on here because I rewatched last year's Royal Rumble, and so I got to see Carmella come out there, and I was just like, "Why the fuck did you change your gimmick?" like still, like I remember I said this when she first changed gimmicks. I was giving it some time, and I was watching this match. I'm just like, this gimmick just still's not working for me. Why did you change it? Because to Nisa's point though, that Louis Vuitton outfit that Sasha wore, fire. Like, dude, it was just boss. It was like I was like, put a little Supreme logo on that bitch. Like, damn, it could resell for like $2,000. Shout out to her husband who made it.
It can resell. Shut up. It can resell now. It can resell now for way more than $2,000.
Put that Supreme logo in there. Get a little bit more.
No, the Supreme logo will make it cheap. It will make it. It will cheapen.
It'll make it fire. Make it fire.
You Reddit thread driving up GameStop.
Yeah, it was. I made money on it too. I'll tell you after the show. All right, real talk though, but yeah, so I don't see, but again, like it seems like they are gelling a little bit more together, but I'm excited because again, like I was just waiting for this to end because now that it's over, we're on the road to WrestleMania. We're on the road now. It was like, cool, let's start like who's going to be our real challenger. And the best part about this is the best thing that was said, Sasha's had that belt for 100 days. That is fucking boss. Because think about this though, she always again, you know, we've talked about this before. It was always a month. It was always a couple of weeks. So now she's actually getting a long title run. So far to see.
Well over 100 days, by the way. That was the exact quote. Well over.
Over.
Yeah, like 110, 109, 111.
I don't know. That's what.
I will check for you while we get Jimmy's comments about this match.
Yeah, so that dive by Carmella was when I first saw it, I was like immediately had reminders of the Lita dive against Trish on Raw because it was like that, you know, the upper half of her body just hitting first. But, you know, aside from that, like I thought it was a good match, but I thought it was a very, you know, standard Sasha Carmella SmackDown match. But it did what it needed to do, and it gave Reginald a little bit more shine, you know, before he becomes the new NXT Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride that train. I know people are saying Jake Atlas, but I'm going to ride this Reginald train because he's fucking phenomenal.
So I looked it up, and according to Wikipedia, it's 98 days and counting. That's according to Wikipedia.
So,
October 25th, 2020.
By the time we get to SmackDown, it'll be well over 100.
Exactly. That's exactly what Cole said. But can we just talk about what Matthew said? He'd rather see Bianca Belair versus Asuka. What, Matthew? Come on, man. I know your Packers lost. I know they're not in the Super Bowl. I know they got beat by Tom Brady, that they're going to be down in Tampa Bay, along with WrestleMania that's in Tampa Bay as well. But you don't got to do it like that. Bianca Belair versus Asuka? Come on, man. Come on. At least the LA team got Matt Stafford. Oh, how are you feeling? Parker, by the way, are you feeling okay?
Good.
You got golf?
No, I got feel good because 107 and 92.
But
With the Pistons beat the Lakers.
Pistons did beat the Lakers. You're right.
You should have missed it. I was hoping he was going to be at that barbecue we had the other day. I was going to show my Grant Hills on. All kinds of mess.
I was there.
Yeah. No, I got there after you had already left. I was ready to rub it in. I brought a big box of salt and everything.
Oh, no. It's fine. Because what place are you guys still in last? Yeah, continue. Go ahead. Because you guys still in last. But go ahead.
Whatever. We beat the champs.
Sports.
Sorry, Josh. Sorry.
No, I don't care.
It's fine. It's moral victories. You know, only losers like moral victories.
Whatever. Just be mad.
I'm not.
Damn.
Fine. 17, baby.
Anywho, I know we want to do the Sasha Bianca, but I still think Asuka Bianca would be a great match as well.
I think eventually, for sure. I just think that if you put Asuka with Bianca right now, it's not gonna do anything for Bianca yet.
Right.
I think Sasha has this thing of really highlighting people's strengths and working with stronger people. Like we've seen it when she was working with Ronda. And Ronda and Sasha, that was Ronda's best match.
And I like that. Build on that too, though. The thing about it is, if she was a feud with Asuka, it would be a dope match because they're both dope in the ring, and Asuka is just amazing. But the thing about it is, though, we'd be lacking on the promo side. So the thing about it is, though, with them going back and forth and getting to do like barbs at each other, verbal jabs and whatnot, this is going to help develop Bianca more because she's already great at it. But to go to that phrase, iron sharpens iron, when two greats are going at it, it's going to make her that much better. So coming out of this. So not only is she going to become better like within the ring and tell a great story, but potentially it's also be great on the mic as well. Yeah, I know, Hunter. Yeah, I know.
We got these first.
I mean, if you look at Goff and Stafford's stats, they're very, very similar. Anyway,
we'd take definitely Matt Stafford over Goff any day.
We'll see what happens next season. We'll see what happens first.
I feel like there's a whole other conversation.
it is. It's a whole other conversation. But let's talk about the first Royal Rumble we saw, which was the women's Royal Rumble. Holy hell. That was a lot. There's a lot happening over here on my screen. I don't know what was going on. But guys, Bianca Belair on top going to WrestleMania. I thought this was a pretty good match, but I feel like in both we were missing like that really, really, really big surprise. I feel I will get to the men's Royal Rumble in a little bit, but I mean, I felt like everybody that I saw, like Victoria was cool, but we heard that was probably going to be something from last year, but I thought overall it was a decent match. I'm just trying to go down the card to see if there's anything that I didn't enjoy too much. Alexa Bliss coming in so late and then kind of doing like 3 moves and then getting eliminated was kind of lame, but she was eliminated by Rhea Ripley, so maybe there's something there for when Rhea possibly shows up on Raw tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. Jimmy, what'd you think of this match?
As you just mentioned it, I'm going to go to the Alexa thing. I'm actually surprised. I was like, this is a live Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Are they really going to cut to a pre-tape of Alexa doing her, I'm going to say the friend, not the fiend, because it's Alexa. The friend version of Alexa I thought was going to cut in. And I was like, wait, is this going to happen right now? During a live Rumble? And it didn't. And that caught me off guard. But yeah, I feel like this is a kind of a mix of the very first Women's Rumble along with maybe the past 2 where it was, hey, here are your surprise legends / retro people, and then here are some of the current people, which are nowhere near as retro. So it was great to see Naomi back, which I would have been pumped if she had won. My pick was Rhea, so I was very happy, even though she was in the last 2, that she lasted that much, and the fact that Bianca won. So I'm very happy with what happened with the Women's Rumble. The Billie Kay stuff I thought was phenomenal.
Oh my God.
I wanted her to do the resume thing all the way up until maybe number 26 or 27. Obviously, we didn't get that far, and she ended up doing the whole thing with Jillian Hall, which Jillian Hall is probably the most random out of all of them. You mentioned the Victoria thing from last year, but even Tori Wilson or Victoria, but it's Jillian Hall's really, you're going to bring her back? But that was a pleasant but unnecessary surprise. But when you team her with Billie Kay, I thought it added to the comedic element of the match, which kept going, but we never got that full actual Iconics reunion. It was one spot that didn't actually happen.
Yeah, it didn't pan out because I believe the Riot Squad was standing right next to Billie, and she didn't want to show up her new friends. Yeah, I mean all of the oh my goodness, all the Billie Kay stuff was great. I really enjoyed that. I love that Lana made her return and eliminated Nia Jax. I just think that's good stuff. Jillian Hall is helping Tegan Knox train, isn't she?
Really?
Is that true? Train what?
I can neither confirm nor deny that one.
I know
Billie Kay.
Brie Larson just trained with Tegan Knox. That was great.
I can confirm that the Brie Larson thing happened 2 weeks ago. So,
that is so cool. That's amazing stuff. Johnny, what'd you think of this women's match? Where would you do you think it was better than last year's?
Honestly, yes, because Charlotte didn't win. So that's one reason why. 2, dude, Billie Kay saved the first half of this match for me. Because the thing about it is, though, with Rumbles, they can sometimes drag on, and like you mentioned, there was no big comebacks. But my God, Billie Kay was comedic genius, and I love the storytelling that was happening there. One from her running up on her resume, getting shot at by Shotzi, choked out by Shayna real quick. I was like, oh, Shayna, you're such a badass. But then once she actually gets in the match with Jilly, she's like Billy and Jilly, the storytelling that's happening there when the Riot Squad shows up. And so she's trying to tell Ruby, like, she's with us. And Ruby's like, I guess, fuck it, all right. They just starts going along with it. I'm like, dude, this is hilarious. And then there's that point where they do like, the whole Iconics thing, but she stops. She's like, well, I'm kind of hanging out with the Riot Squad right now, so I can't really do that. I'm just like, this is fucking amazing. Like, literally kept me engaged in that first half of the match for so long. And then later on, Ruby and
Liv.
Liv throw her out. I was like dying laughing, and Ruby's like, ah! I'm just like, it's fucking amazing. So honestly, like, I'm loving everything Billy Kay is doing. It's kind of weird as I was watching. I was just thinking, like, when they split up, we knew that Peyton was supposed to get a push, but it's like Billy's shining right now, and I'm so happy that she's found her groove, that she's doing so well, and I'm just excited to see that. Then as far as the rest of the match goes, it was a good match. There were a lot of like physical bumps happening here, a lot of memorable moments and everything that were going on. And honestly, they kept me engaged the whole time, either with the physicality of it or just like the storytelling that was happening there. So all in all, I got to say it was dope. And I'm really excited about Bianca. Now, the thing about it is, though, is that I know everyone's excited for Bianca versus Sasha, but so am I. But if I were to take a different path with it, I look at someone different I would want her to challenge. I mentioned this on a couple shows previous, but I would love to see her go back to NXT and challenge Io, because Io's had a great run right now. If you got Bianca versus Io WrestleMania, because when I was going back and rewatching some NXT stuff from this year, well, from last year, back when they were doing like War Games and some other stuff happening, they were really building up that tension between Bianca and Io, but Bianca moved up so soon before that chance to finish it. So while Bianca Sasha's dope, and I want that to happen, but as second choice, if that doesn't play out, I would love to see them like defend that and fight for that NXT title on the WrestleMania stage. But all in all, like this Women's Royal Rumble, thought it was dope.
I don't know, man. I think Bianca Sasha's where it's at. I think that needs to be. I think that needs to be the match. I mean, look, I got the sign. It's right there in lights.
I see. I know. I just said it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I'm biased, and I don't know. I just always want to see, like, it's kind of like that checklist. So it's like, when they talk about Triple Count champions, it's like, oh shit, she did get the NXT title, but my bad. Go ahead, Niece.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to. You're just going with your Io to be fighting Bianca theory again, and no. Why? Because they don't care about NXT. That's why. And Bianca is bigger than NXT. That's why. So she needs to go to SmackDown and go against somebody that is bigger than SmackDown. The boss, the blueprint, the standard, the GOAT, the queen of the cell, the DDT, and Boba Fett, Sasha Banks. And about the match, I was on Justin's podcast with Spencer Miller, and Justin, the Wrestling Classic, Spencer said, "Will the Women's Royal Rumble will end up fading because they don't have a lot of hot picks to pull to get people interested? Who's going to be the surprise entrance in these Rumbles?" And I was like, well, no, because, women's wrestling is hot, and, people will they got NXT, you got other people from outside the company now. Like, what if Britt Baker showed up one year or something like that, right? Like, you have a lot of interest. But I felt like I wasn't really surprised or shocked by anybody, and I didn't see a lot of people actually being contenders for actually winning. Even I know I said Alexa because I like the image of her winning the Rumble at the end and her doing some like fiendish stuff to win the Rumble. Once that's not pre-tape, it's not the first match or the last match, then it's like, okay, she's probably not going to do the fiendish stuff, so she's probably not going to win. And on top of that, that means she doesn't need the Rumble to actually get to the title.
Right.
She already beat Asuka. She could go back and beat Asuka again, or like Justin said in the chat, it could be Asuka, Rhea, and Charlotte. But I think it could be maybe a 4-way with Alexa, Charlotte, Rhea, and Asuka. And then, they could toss that Rumble Jumble. I'm not for it, but they could toss that all in there. I think the right person won. I thought they told a great story with Bianca coming in third. The only thing, if she didn't win, I would have been screaming to the top of my lungs at the highest mountain for Naomi and Bianca tag team. Yes, they fought in the Rumble the whole time, and they did some amazing stuff. But I felt like their chemistry was so good. If they were a tag team, that's a tag team that you could put the belts on and have a run with and because they're charismatic, they're athletic, they can go and they can go for a very long time, and they're willing to put people over. So eventually, at some point, that's what I want to see.
The glowist.
The glowist. The glowist. I also really enjoyed the finish of this match because it gave Bianca and Rhea time. I thought that was really cool. I also really liked the don't do anything stupid. Let's just get back into the ring.
Quiet, Junior.
And figure it out.
Oh, John, can I say one more thing before we move on?
Yes.
I want to give respect to legit, because there's two things that I liked about this as well. One, Naomi and Bailey, dude, they were in there for a long time, taking like hella bumps. Bianca came in 3, so she was in a long time too. But literally every time a veteran came in, it was always Naomi and Bailey who worked with them. Every time I was like, please don't hurt them. Please don't hurt them, because some of that shit did not look right. So shout out to them. But also, Rhea's been on a losing streak. Like, she just lost here. She lost back in NXT a bunch of matches and everything like that. So it's making me wonder, what are they going to do with her? Like, because I know she's going to the main roster, so it makes me wonder, like, are they going to maybe do like a heel turn with Rhea or something like that? So
you lost a Royal Rumble, bro. Like, it's a Royal Rumble.
Well,
you didn't get pinned.
No. But here's the thing, though. It's because, again, it came down to the final 2. And then, again, all the stuff that's been happening to her in NXT. I'm wondering if they're doing this on purpose because, again, she's just like, I keep coming up short. And they do some type of storytelling where it's like, she'll do a heel run or something like that when she finally comes up to the main roster. So I'm interested to see if they're going to capitalize and build on that because she's been coming up short against, like, who did she lose to? It was not Mercedes, right? It was Raquel Gonzalez. Then she lost to Io in that major match and everything like that. And then she lost at War Games too. So in a way, again, it's like this was the reverse of what happened to her last year when she was on such a hot streak. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that.
Well, I mean, that perfectly would set up for mind games from Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
But also, like, Rhea's been in NXT, so basically heel turn, staying as a face is irrelevant at this point. It's whatever you decide to introduce her as on the main roster. But also, final note for me, we needed to see Peyton, Billy, and Jillian Hall, Team PB&J, man. That could have happened.
Oh, my God. Team PB&J. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. Okay, guys, up next, Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. And holy hell, this match was fantastic. Roman just keeps adding to the resume. Kevin Owens keeps adding to the resume. We got to see a little bit of, I mean, we always have seen it. We got to see a little bit of shit talking Kevin Owens, which is my favorite, Kevin Owens, because he could do it very well. There was a lot of great stuff throughout this. The swanton off the forklift, the handcuff at first to the count of 8 or 9 was very cool. And I know we're going to talk about the handcuffs a little bit more in depth. But before we do get to that, Jimmy, what did you think of the entire match?
I mean, this is pretty much par for the course when it comes to Rowan and KO. Like, these guys have been able to knock it out of the park each time, and it's like they keep raising the bar for themselves. And as a THS exclusive, yes, I can tell you that that was a shoot when KO was like, it burns. It legitimately was, that light was legitimately hot, and it did burn him. That was not like a joke, like an offhand side joke. No, that was real. He actually burned himself on that. But like, yeah, as everyone else will mention shortly, but the handcuff bit and the 10 count was the only low point of the match, but literally everything else about this match was A+.
Neeson?
Look, I love this match from top to bottom. I don't even mind the handcuff bit. I just thought, you know, the ref went out a little too fast. If the ref wasn't out there, let the other ref that took a bump, let him lay out more and let Heyman figure out how he could reach the handcuffs without him burning himself. It was great, man. Like, they have something, and the fact that they let the shit fly, like, literally Kevin Owens was saying shit in there, like, and he was calling him a bitch, and they were letting it go. And You can tell Roman loves that stuff, man, and KO does too. And it's a beautiful thing when you have two dudes that's just willing to go all out for our entertainment. So it was one hell of a match, one hell of a last man standing that I really wasn't looking forward to watching, but I'm glad I did. And yeah, this sets up one hell of a either Edge versus Roman or somebody else. It has to be Edge versus Roman, right? Like I think that's what it has to be.
I mean, along the way, because we're not to WrestleMania yet, I could see some shenanigans with the Miz. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think they'll go that way, but I mean, who would I don't know. I don't know who he would cash in on, but because he could technically cash on anybody.
On Finn Balor if he wanted to.
He could cash in on Finn Balor. You know what? Do that. Could you imagine the heat? That would make Finn would never have to talk again because everyone would be like, we love Finn and hate this guy so much.
The cat's out to play. What? You cash it in?
Who wrote that down on a piece of paper for him to say? Fergal, this is gold. You should talk about mice and cats over and over again. Anyway. Oh my God, I completely lost. So the end of the match with the handcuffs, Johnny, you shook your head when we mentioned the handcuffs. Did it take you completely out of the match?
Not yes and no. So one, I found it hilarious. Like as I was watching, I was like, this shit is so bad right now. Like, why did you send the ref out so quick? Like, that was the thing I was looking at. I was like, y'all should just kept the ref in the back and just waited, like, okay, he's got the cuffs off, now you go out type deal. When they sent the ref out, he started counting. It's like, bruh, like, have Roman knock you out, do something. But I'm like, damn it, this is just fucking this up right now. But at the same time, though, this was a phenomenal match. Like what we talked about, they took advantage of a lot of things that you can do during this like pandemic time period. Like sometimes you go backstage, it can be like off-putting because you're not in front of the crowd and you're broadcasting like to the audience who's watching, so you miss some things. But with a pandemic, there's no crowd anyway. So it's like, fuck it. You can go backstage and put a lot of sets and props you can use backstage. It was really smart to use. So again, like that whole forklift situation, I was like, this motherfucker learned to drive a forklift. Does he have a Class C license now? Like that shit was like dope as hell. And then Kevin Owens, like, like he talked about WrestleMania. Like, as soon as he saw the WrestleMania side, he's like, I'm jumping off of that. So tonight he was like, I'm jumping off of that. I'm jumping off of that. I'm jumping off every fucking thing I can. And so it was dope to see. And then I loved again, when we talking about the shit talking, dude, he's like, whose blood is that you're bleeding? Whose blood is that you're bleeding right now? I was like, oh, KO. This is good. This is leaving this man mic'd up the whole time. But honestly, the handcuff situation would have been a superb ending. They just kind of botched it a little bit, but not that big a deal. But I still love it, though, because KO still got the moral victory in a way because he would have got the 10. It also shows Roman's heel side where he's like, he'll do anything to win, which I fucking love. The fact that he knocked out the ref. It was like, hey, nah, get your bitch ass out of here. Oh, shit. Stay down, Jeffrey. So, yeah. So, honestly, like, again, even though they kind of, like, messed up there towards the end because Paul couldn't figure out how to unlock the handcuffs off burn himself, I still like this match a lot, and I'm happy they did it, and it was fire.
Yeah, we didn't even mention the golf cart.
Oh, dude.
That was stiff. That was holy hell. That was
as I mentioned in the group chat, eat your heart out, Sammy.
Yeah, basically. Holy moly. That was absolutely nuts. I saw some other people going online like, oh, that's the finish. He just chokes him out. I'm like, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to shoot him? Like, what are we doing here? What more could they have done? Oh, and he stabs Kevin Owens to death. The end. That's the end of the match. He couldn't get up. Like, what are we doing?
Plus, it's not random as well. They've been building that choke like his whole heel run.
Yeah, that's his finish.
So it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
If it's good enough to choke out Drew, why isn't it good enough to choke out KO?
Absolutely.
So Pingo, do you think if Edge goes to Drew, do you think Seth is going for Roman? Like, that's two heels.
It's tricky because you can't take Roman out of the role he's in right now because that would be silly.
Right.
And I am an advocate of Seth Rollins never being a face again. And that's true. They did, and they murdered many people and stole their souls.
I mean, if we're going to do the whole Lucha Underground thing, we should also mention that Aerostar jumped off of a forklift in a Lucha Underground match way before KO did.
Yes, and it was very high.
And Brick killed a guy.
And I was there for that. And Brick killed a guy. I saw it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Randy Orton. Okay, I guess the bar has been raised.
Yeah,
Apologies, everyone. He should have
somebody
killed
on
him.
fire.
You're right.
Like they
You're right.
committed murder on television.
I forgot. I blocked that out of my brain.
I mean, when Austin 316 meets Pillman 9mm.
That's true. That's true.
But nobody got shot.
Nobody. So do I think they go back to because you can't take Roman out of the role? What do you guys think of it? Is that where we're headed? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so does that mean is it Bryan versus Roman?
Well, I mean, I want to see who's going to be in Elimination Chamber before we start. But I mean,
We have Fastlane.
we have Fastlane. It's hard. It's hard right now because everything's kind of up in the air. Especially with our next match with Edge winning the Men's Royal Rumble, which I know some people predicted. I was like, there's no way. But I mean, he signed that long-term contract, so he's here to stay, and we're going to give him another WrestleMania moment. It looks like. I liked this match. The ending got me real bad. They did that perfectly. Where he gets hit with the RKO, and he goes to throw him out, but he reverses it, throws him out. Great stuff. I literally did it. Oh no, yes, and in my room, so excited. But I will say, Christian coming back was very cool.
I was scared.
I was a little scared as well. But overall, it's kind of like it was fine. I mean, Kane coming back and eliminating people that are actually going to be here, for a while was weird. Also, Kane, proving that he's the only person that he cares if he wears a mask or not. Just in character, everywhere else he doesn't give a fuck because he's an idiot.
He literally showed up on the live stream, like the reaction live stream on WWE's YouTube without the mask, without the singlet, like just normal Mayor Kane. I was just like, okay, you couldn't even do that for the Undertaker's retirement, but hey, you're not going to go and gimmick for the bump or whatever.
I would love to see Kane in full gimmick on a webcam calling it to the bump. Poor Ricochet. Yeah. Neeson, what do you got to say? What do you got to say?
Look, I thought the one thing I can say, I really, really, Pingo, you have a Black Lives Matter shirt on, right?
I do.
What was in the final 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah, right.
When you have Lashley, which is probably
and Big E.
Lashley and Big E, 2 dudes that could go for your main title right now. That could be legitimately if they win, everybody's like, oh wow, I'm not surprised. I'm happy, it's but it's not out of nowhere because they've been pushing these guys. And for Lashley to get thrown out so early, I thought it really hurt the Hurt business because if this is a guy that you have big things coming, leading up to Mania or even after Mania, because he should always be in a title run. This dude is not just big; he's athletic. He could go with a Keith Lee. He could go with a Braun Strowman. He could go with a Drew McIntyre. But he's also has a look. He's also a military vet. He also can set he looks great in the suit, and he has the Hurt business around him with MVP. It's a whole ordeal. It's basically like the Black Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
For you not to have him in the final 4 or at least sniff the win,
mm-hmm.
I thought that just hurt me. It hurt me. It hurt me on the level of for them, and it just hurt me as come on, man. It was
Yeah.
some hope. Please.
The other thing about it too is Lashley and Big E are champions. They're singles champions.
Yeah.
That is true. And I'm
Shouldn't they? You know.
You would have forgotten. I'm. How many people have probably forgotten literally right now that Bobby Lashley is the U.S. champion right now?
But that's the thing. I know people and people are in the chat saying they don't like Lashley. That's the thing. He's a great heel. You cannot like him, and you're not supposed to like him. And I'm not talking about like, oh, like I like as a friend. I'm just like, yo, I know the star quality in this guy, and I see that he clearly has it. He clearly could be a main eventer. Every time he went on a match with Drew McIntyre, it was a solid, good match.
And
like,
then the piggyback of what you're saying supports you, like, yeah, because you got to remember the motherfucker held all the belts in TNA at one point. He was really just like, this is mine, those are mine. It was like, God,
while he was doing Bellator at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TNA doesn't count. They don't matter.
So he can be a star. So now I totally agree with you because, like, the thing about it is, like, you think about the other members of Hurt Business they didn't use because they're still the tag team champions as well as part of the Hurt Business.
Yes.
And you're doing all this dope stuff with what's the homie's name? Lumbar Check. You know I'm bad with names.
Cedric.
Cedric.
Like, where the fuck is Cedric at? This is giving Cedric's time to be in there as well. So no, I totally agree with you because as we were watching the women's Royal Rumble, that beginning of the match, I was like, damn, this is a diverse as hell. You got black women, you got Filipinos, you got white people. It looks like this podcast. And so the thing about it is, though, is that it was dope to see. But the thing about it is that you're right. Towards the end there, they just kind of like they dropped the ball with tracks who they should be pushing more. They kind of messed up.
There was one Filipino. Caden Carter was not part of the Women's Rumble.
Very
Wait,
true.
is it Shotzi?
Shotzi is the only
Shotzi's-
Filipino in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So people are asking where Keith Lee was, and I mean, great question. It turned out, I think today Mia Yim announced that she tested positive for COVID. And I mean, I don't want to break kayfabe for anyone, but Keith Lee and Mia Yim are dating, and I believe they live together. So
I mean, breaking kayfabe for anyone who didn't watch NXT in the last year.
it's possible.
Did she move out of BRE?
Yes.
Because I thought when that happened, the first thing I thought was, well, no Shayna, no Dakota, for sure. Like that, they're out the
BRE. She left BRE like early last year to move in with Keith, but they still do BRE for up, down, down.
Yeah.
So that's why Keith was not in this match, and that also brings up the point. A lot of people are saying Keith Lee was going to be part of the Mania plans, the main event plans. Do you think when they found out Keith couldn't be in this, they had to scramble and make another choice, or do you think it was always Edge? Anyone can answer that. Didn't really
always Edge. It was
always Edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
BRE is best roommates ever, Matthew. It's their gaming crew.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess we should elaborate. The four best roommates ever are Shayna, Jessamine Duke, Dakota Kai, and Mia Yim.
Yeah. They're always on the up, down, down filming segments and doing stuff over there. They're really fun and they're cool.
Who did not talk about this Royal Rumble match? I feel like I'm drawing a real blank here. That's another thing we talked about. Royal Rumble drains the hell out of me. I don't know why, but I remember feeling this way last year when we did the post show. I was tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, it was a very
yes.
terrible, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a great day overall.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it was. After the Women's Rumble, I was like, I'm tired. Like I'm in it, but I'm tired. Did anybody else feel that way?
I mean, it says a lot when Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match is your filler match in between the Royal Rumble matches. That's how kind of stacked this card was, but also how they were trying to build towards whatever surprises they had for either Rumble matches. So yeah, it was definitely draining after just the Women's Rumble by itself. So that's where I was like, oh, thank God, we at least have a promo video before this next match to at least break it down a bit before we have to watch this filler match before we go to the Men's Rumble.
They took their time in between that. That was almost like 24 minutes of just the pre-show people talking, the whole 24-hour 24/7 title thing. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
have a question for the team. And for the chat. So this Rumble was the real, like, AEW is officially a mainstay. They're not going anywhere. Rumble. Do you think moving forward we won't get to see those stars, those indie stars, actually make it through the Rumble? There will be no more AJ Styles in the world debuting in a Rumble. There will be no. I know it was rumors of like Jay White coming, and now clearly I said he was. As soon as Moxley showed up to NJPW, I was like, Jay White's not coming at all. So is this it? Did AEW kill the Rumble hype?
Well, I think it's two things. Number one, we're in the middle of the pandemic right now, and I feel like for a lot of these surprise entrants, they want an actual crowd. Because if they introduce Jay White during this Rumble, you would have to rely solely on the commentators to build this person up, because most of the casual viewers would not know who he is, and you wouldn't have the smart people in the crowd to cheer and go crazy for him while you're watching the show. Mm-hmm. So you'd have to wait post-pandemic, number one. Number two, it's like you have all this time to actually build up new stars before you sign all these new people. So might as well take this break that you have right now and try to build up the people you have.
Yeah.
So just go for it.
I agree with Jimmy. I think you can still build up. I think it's still there, but I think the pandemic is like the main reason why we didn't see people. Because you think about the legends that came back this year. It was cool that people got back seeing the Hurricane and Carlito.
Oh my God, Carlito.
He trended. He was trending on Twitter, number 5. I was like, way to go, Carlito. I spit in the face of people who aren't cool. But the thing about it was, though, is that, like, when Hurricane came out, like, we all know Hurricane's a backstage producer. So, like, he's tested. He's there all the time. So it's the same person to put in there as a legend. Carlito, you can hit him up. You get a couple people up. But you can't, like, hit up, like, the Dudleys or any, like, super people who's going to really go for a pop because, like, can we get you out of quarantine for 2 weeks and put you up in a hotel, blah, blah, blah. And so that's kind of the reason why I felt like we didn't get a lot of legends. The same reason we didn't really get that much new talent. But I think we still can. Because one of the best Royal memories is like when AJ Styles debuted at the Rumble. I was rewatching that the other day, and it's just so cool. The music hit, he walks out. People are like, the fuck is that? The hell is this? Country hip hop? But then they see that hood, they see those hands, oh, it's AJ Styles! And people lose their shit. And I agree, think that's part of the reason. You need that crowd there, as Jimmy pointed out, because when that crowd is there, they're going to know who that star is. Because if you don't have the crowd reaction, it's not going to get them over as much too. So I think we're still there, and I think they can still do it with a couple people, like especially those bigger names. Like if Jay White were to come, say like again, he's not, but if he were to come like say next year or whatever, he could come out during the Rumble, be like, oh shit, get ready to cut people, and then they would start going crazy and everything.
So I hear everybody talking about the crowd, and I think it's true, but wouldn't this be the time that WWE plays towards the internet? Like they want more. They have the crowd so they could get impressions the next day online. So they could trend. They could tout that they're trending. So they could tout that they're on has X amount of impressions more than the Super Bowl, more than the NBA, more than whatever. That's what they go for. And especially moving to something like Peacock, which is owned by Universal, right? Like they want those digital stream impressions that could draw eyes from dip. So when somebody's going down the timeline and they're like, what's that? Oh, okay, let me check that out. Like that, I feel like you do that now because you can just pipe in a crowd. Everybody that's on that screen is going to go crazy. So anyway, because they just want to be on TV. Like, what's your thoughts, people?
I think you have a point. To where I think everybody has a point, honestly, because the whole like you have to quarantine for 2 weeks and then you make your appearance and then you're either with us or you have to quarantine again for 2 more weeks and then you can go about your life. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask somebody to be a surprise. But if you were to sign somebody and do that, I think that would be. I also don't like we mentioned Jay White and how he's not that big of a star, which I agree with. I know I did quotes, but I agree with it. And it's like, who would have made, Styles popularized in TNA and ROH. I mean, I don't know where that Rumble was, but if you're in ROH country, then there you go. No, the one where AJ debuted.
Orlando.
That one was in Orlando?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, who would they have gotten this year that would have been like, oh, my God? I think when I think about it, I'm like, who would it have been that I would have been like, holy shit, that would have been amazing. And CM Punk.
Yeah!
I told somebody, one of my friends today, I said, I hope he never comes back, but if he does, I'll lose my mind.
Yeah, same.
That's basically where no.
Nope.
Fuck off to the UK, you pest.
Nope.
You fucking pest who doesn't apologize for real. Goodbye.
But people are welcome to see old TB, huh? They welcome to see her. What if she pops up on Monday? People love it. People are going to cheer for her.
We don't know. We don't. It feels like we got worked on that.
Well, producer got worked, so
and then we all got worked. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be happy if that happened. So
as I said, I didn't
would not or would.
I heard it.
I would not care.
I would not
care. I would not care. I think that's been stated amongst us. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Also, very glad. I heard a lot of people thinking that one man who dresses in the color behind me was going to be in the Rumble, and I'm very glad he did not show up. Man, funny how he hasn't been on TV in a while, huh?
He has not. He has not.
When he was buried.
All right. So, do we have any other thoughts about this men's Royal Rumble? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me address this. 100% this Rumble would have been the best Rumble of all time if it stopped. Samoa Joe's song plays. He stands up and in one foul swoop rips off his entire suit to reveal his gear.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that would be badass. I was hoping he would do that tonight, but didn't happen. I was just like, it's just a tearaway. He's got the gear on. It's like, time to go to work. And he just goes, he's like, oh, shit. Especially with Godzilla versus Kong coming out. Team Kong, Monkey taking the win. But yeah, that would have been badass all day. I will say, like, this match was kind of dope. Like, again, like Christian coming out there, and not only that, but Christian being there for so long. It was like, oh no, I'm going to wrestle. It was like, he is going to wrestle. He's hitting his moves. He's taking bumps. Was badass. That was dope and everything like that. Honestly, seeing Daniel Bryan like go so long in the Rumble was cool. Yeah, he's always dope as Daniel Bryan and everything. Best part of the whole Rumble though for me though was our group chat where it was like, hey, yo guys, Randy's only in the back. He's technically not eliminated. And he said, what did you say every time?
Fuck Randy Orton. I don't know if I said fuck Randy Orton, but I did. That was my thoughts.
It was literally like, God no. No.
Yeah, God, no. Yeah. I was like, if he wins, I throw up.
Literally, we were all there with you. We're all there with you because, like, please not Randy. Please not Randy. Please don't let him win this 3 times.
I mean, I'm fine with Randall now more than I think I've ever been. But if he had won, that would have been such a waste.
It would have been. It would have been.
He doesn't need to.
If Cena came back and won, how would you guys would have felt?
If Cena came back and won,
unnecessary.
Who would he have fought?
Yeah,
that's how I feel about Randy
Orton. Who would he have fought?
Well, probably Roman.
Roman, for sure. Roman.
Book it. Let's.
Well, look. I want Roman versus Cena again. I think this Roman versus Cena in a crowd.
It'd be a different story. It would be a different story.
The crazy thing was, if this wasn't in front of a crowd, this amazing heel Roman would have been cheered way more than the face Cena.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Way more. And Roman's better at promos now too, because when he went against him last time, Roman's game was a little bit shaky. Joe handled himself, but it was still a bit shaky. But now this one, with Paul Heyman in the back, Jay hyping him up, they would handle Cena. They might handle him on the mic, so it'd be dope to see. It would be dope to see.
Oh man, we need to get that trend of Cena versus Roman just in a promo match. Now I need to hear that because I need to hear Roman say, "Nah, see what you don't get. See. They may not be able to see, but I see you, Cena. See, you trying to come after my family. We come after my family. You disrespecting my family. You disrespecting me.
And he could already say he's disrespected his family. 2
Yep.
WrestleManias in a row.
Exactly.
Yep.
See, that actor over there may not have been able to get you, but Jay.
And then that could set up a SummerSlam.
Jay, go get
SummerSlam. That could set up SummerSlam, Rock and Roman when he puts disrespect in his mouth. There we go. Guys, WWE, just call me. Come on.
Giving this stuff away. You guys are giving this stuff away for free. You guys are giving this stuff away for free. So when it shows up, you got to hit up Vince and be like, "Hey, I need some of the residuals," and you're not going to get it.
Jimmy, do you have Vince on text too? Huh?
I do not. I do not.
Jimmy with the flexes in our group chat.
Jimmy,
real fun flex. I love him.
Jimmy just texted main eventers in our group chat.
I know.
I was worried for him. He got burned.
Please.
All right,
and I will also say, like, he was like, "Yeah, it hurt. How are you doing?"
Exactly.
He's a very nice gentleman.
How can you not root for that man in every aspect of life?
I was more so wanted to follow up. Like, so what was you guys' conversation about? Like, were you just talking about life? Like, what was going on? Like, this he asked how you were doing. Did you answer back? Did you answer? Are you leaving him on red? Go reply to that man.
that.
I responded. I will say one of the best things was so producer Junior can validate this too. So I don't know how many of you watched New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, but a certain hip hop artist called Machine Gun Kelly was a performer on it, and immediately I went on Twitter and be like, seeing Machine Gun Kelly on New Year's Rockin' Eve just reminds me of the time that Kevin Owens powerbombed him off the stage on Raw. And all I did was tag him, and he just texted me, "Hey man, great tweet."
Oh my God! So real talk, you know how Shinsuke is the king of strong style? Jimmy is the king of flexing. Jimmy is the king of flexing. Oh my God!
All right,
where's the story going? Oh, let me flex on y'all one more time. Remind y'all who's on my Rolodex.
Do we got anything else? Anything else?
Neeson, I'll tell Tegan you said hi.
Who? Tegan?
I'll tell Tegan you said hi.
Motherfucker.
I'm fresh in my heart like that. Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny?
Got me thinking, how can you love somebody so much and be hurt by them at the same time? But just love them for their life choices. But anyways, I was gonna say Tegan. Bad Bunny jumping off the ropes. I get people saying was dumb. I actually liked it. I actually enjoyed it because it was a story. It made sense, and it wasn't bad. Like, he actually did a damn good.
It was a good time.
He did better than Jeremy Piven.
And he sold afterwards. He sold afterwards.
Sold like a champ.
Yeah.
Oh, Bad Bunny or Snoop Dogg?
One by one.
All right.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. But plus, low key, the thing about it was tonight was really about the fans too, because not only did Bad Bunny, a real legit WWE fan, get to do that jump, you get to have some fun and everything like that. Rosenberg is the 24/7 champion right now, which you can hear about on the radio tomorrow. When he's over here live and he got the belt in the background. I was like, so y'all didn't know I was a champ? That's right. The champ is here. Shit is fucking dope. Shit is dope. Truth might not get it back to the next pay-per-view. So that's pretty awesome.
Yo, hey, tell Justin, you tell Rosenberg. You tell him. Congratulations. Even though he's my arch nemesis because he doesn't like The Rock, doesn't feel like he's one of the greatest. He's my arch nemesis.
Wait, does Justin know Rosenberg?
Yeah, well, yeah, they have a relationship. We have big flexers in our group chat.
That's fine. I mean, I would love for him to get a message to Don LaGreca for me, because I love Don LaGreca. He does the show with Rosenberg and Michael K. Anyway,
which True called him.
That was the best. I lost my mind when he called him Michael K. I died. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it.
Before we bounce, because we always go by our traditional quote, whenever like a retired wrestler comes back, Neeson always goes with, "Don't die." So Edge has won the Royal Rumble, which means he's going to challenge Roman, but that also possibly means he might be having some more matches. How you feeling, Neese?
that already got like taken away from me during last year when he came. Like the whole
Rumble, I was like, don't die last year. And then he did the
last
greatest
man
match ever, last man standing match. So I'm okay. Now I'm like,
Christian. I was counting his bumps in the group chat. I'm like, oh God, he hasn't taken a bump yet, guys. Maybe he could just fall down, but he can't take a bump.
And then he took a bump. I was like, okay, that's one. Okay, that's two. He took 2 bumps. 2 bumps. 2 flatbacks. 2 bumps.
So with him, I'm saying,
don't die.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, we don't know if this is a one or done thing, but I would be interested to see where we go with this. I don't know where it would go, but maybe him and Orton. No, Orton's got the Fiend to deal with.
Why won't Christian
and Prince Pretty form a group like Sting and Darby Allin?
Ooh, that'd be dope. That'd be. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would be fun. Oh my god.
Charismatically pretty? Is that what you said?
Oh
Pretty and unpretty.
pretty.
Oh,
Or the unprettiers, either or, because they both have that move.
oh, that'd be so dope. That'd be so dope.
All right. Anything else we got?
No.
Okay. Can you throw up our little handles, please?
Yes, sir.
This is where you can find us on our social media places. Was anyone shocked we didn't see Jay? That's one last question. That we didn't see Jay Uso. I was. Is he got the COVID?
I mean, I'm assuming anyone we haven't seen in the last few weeks has got the COVID.
Okay.
Damn, what is happening down there?
But it would have been
COVID.
COVID.
Yo, yeah.
COVID is happening.
Yeah, but gosh damn though, like fuck.
Yeah, they get tested top of the week, and
Shit.
they gotta travel. They gotta do it.
That got me real bad. Man, what's going on down there?
COVID.
It's happening everywhere. Anybody have anything they want to plug?
Yes, just
Follow me, and then I will send you to all the things. But make sure you follow me. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
Follow me, and then also follow my show on YouTube. The other one called Disney Plus Diversity, where we review Disney catalog, and we got a new show dropping this week. Because guess what, y'all? It's Black History Month, so we're going to review all the Black product that Disney has. We got enough for 3 weeks, and I'll fuck with y'all.
It's no time.
But this week we're starting off with a Disney classic. We're starting with a TV show. We're reviewing That's So Raven. So tune in to check it out. It's dropping Tuesday.
Nice.
I'm going to plug my social media right here, but also the other show I'm on, Mask Mats and Mayhem, which is at MMM Shows 75. You can go back and check out all of our older interviews with Thunder Rosa, Killer Cross, now Carrying Cross, Marty the Moth Martinez, Matt Stryker, all the people from Lucha Underground. We've done interviews with them, and we're going to be interviewing more people. So check that out too.
Awesome. I got Tornado Tag Radio almost every week. We kind of do something like this, me and my co-host, Marianne. If you go to facebook.com/Tornado Tag Radio, every Thursday night at about 7 to 8, we're talking about AEW in depth. My socials right here. What else? I think that's it. Oh, I have All Night with the Living Geeks coming out.
Yeah.
Which is a show with me and one of my best friends and his brother. We're going to talk about paranormal shit, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, dope.
That's a new podcast coming out. I think we're going to release our first episode next Monday, so that was kind of moot because we'll talk to you guys next Sunday. But thank you for joining us. Facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.Wrestling. Raven's Home is better than That's So Raven, if you ask me.
I'll check it out, Matthew. I'll check it out. I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting.
I haven't seen it either. YouTube.com/that#show TV, Twitch.tv/that #show, where you might see Neeson and I streaming some Cold War at some point soon, because we have the technology to do that. But guys,
Yeah,
most
PS.
yeah. Oh yeah, is that my yeah? That's my handle. I don't know anymore.
That's your handle.
Oh boy, on the PSN network. All right, guys, that #show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
You are missed, Tegan. You are missed a lot, Tegan.